into their world. It's not just chickens and the Angus herd. So take off your boots, relax, and go beyond the ranch.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Beyond the Ranch. Thanks for swiping right and hanging out with us. Is that what you do? You swipe right? Left?
I don't know.
I don't know which one. Whichever one it is, it's the good part. That's what we want you guys to do. We've got some weather on the way, so hopefully our internet holds out for us this week. If you were here for our last live stream, it was quite the train wreck. We're hoping that today everything works smoothly and wonderfully. My name is Mike. This is
Erin.
This is Erin. And if you don't know us, we usually hang out on our Wyoming Life, but here today on Beyond the Ranch, it's your chance to come along and kind of get a little bit of a behind the scenes and what happens around the ranch, what's in store for the ranch, what happened this week. We've got our friend Matt hanging out with us over on the other side of things. Matt is one of our very wonderful moderators. He's over there waving, and he's going to be with us this evening as well. He's got his own camera, his own microphone, so hopefully he doesn't sneeze or anything worse
Is
than
his
that.
mic always on?
His mic is always on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this could be bad. Could be very bad.
Nothing. Everything's
What
fine.
could that mean, Matt?
Oh, it's my wife. I know exactly what it means.
Anyway.
Remember earlier today, Matt, when you said sometimes things need to spend a few more seconds in between your ears?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. What'd you say?
Remember you said earlier today.
No, I heard you.
so-
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so, just use that policy.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll just let things rattle around a little bit longer. Thank you, JP Merrick, for the $100 super chat. Seagram's and Dry Ice Fund. Our dry ice is actually coming. We have signed the contract now. We're just waiting for it to get here.
I was literally going to make the most exciting post on Facebook this week because we thought a dry ice cooler was going to show up.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to post to Instagram and Facebook.
The most exciting, boringest post ever, because if you don't know what's going on, you're like, who gives a rat's ass about
it's
dry ice?
literally life-changing.
It is.
To get our own.
Why do we look forward to such weird things? If you would have asked me 10 years ago what I was going to look forward to in life, it would have been way different than dry ice showing up at the ranch. But hey,
I'm super pumped.
it's going to be cool. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a dry ice bomb. I'm going to do it.
Oh my God.
First thing I'm going to do. First thing Matt and I are going to do.
You know what I'm going to do? Make a post to Instagram and Facebook and Patreon.
You're like, yay, dry ice. Along with Matt being a moderator here on the channel, we also have other moderators that are smart enough to stay at their own houses. That is William Dunn, Lori Habel, and
William is questionable.
who else did I miss? Zach Hewitt and Bill the Tractor Man are our moderators here as well. They get a chance to keep us all in line. They do stay at their own houses.
Yeah, William did come visit us this week.
He
'cause
did.
happened to
William,
be in the
I wish we
area.
would have got some pictures because I would have shown him during.
Matt took pictures.
Did you take pictures, Matt?
Thank you, Harold.
When Will was here this week?
I don't think it did.
I saw a picture.
You did take pictures because you sent them to your wife. Yeah.
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 Thank you, Harold, for the super chat. We really appreciate that.
Thank you very much. And thank you, JP Merrick, for that super chat before. That will definitely come in handy. Dry ice, we're contracted now to buy 300 pounds a month or something like
400
that.
pounds.
400 pounds a month.
So go to patreon.com and order beef.
Or else I'm going to be making lots of dry ice bombs. And we will become the dry ice bomb channel and use that to offset the cost. Because that's about the only other thing I can think of to do with it.
So you know what's something? It's not exciting, right? Getting a dry ice cooler, like it is literally life changing for us. But like it's not like a huge accomplishment, right? To be like, oh, we have dry ice. But it's one of those weird things. Like you guys know we've talked about it extensively here on live stream that like it's been a struggle for us to get dry ice. But another weird thing that I always like measure our success by, that is a weird thing.
Is by dry ice?
No. Is by, I think I've told you this before, is when we first started Farmers Market and at first I just used, that can has been sitting open for well over a week. 2 weeks.
It's perfectly fine.
Anyhow, if you've ever shopped at the farm store, like we have really nice bags for produce and meat and stuff. I used to use just grocery store bags. I think I used to just take bags from underneath our kitchen sink and use those at farmer's market.
Okay.
And then I found the nice bags from Uline.
Okay.
The deluxe t-shirt bags. But I remember the first time I ordered bags, there's like 500 in a box, maybe 250.
Okay. I know you're going somewhere with this. I'm trying to figure it out.
I ordered a box and it lasted like 3 summers. Okay. And then I remember when I got to like, oh, I need to order a box every summer. And then it was like, oh, I need to order 2 boxes. And now I'm like,
okay,
I need like 10 at a time, right? Because like they don't last very long. But it's like one of those very like insignificant things. Like the number of t-shirt bags that you go through is very insignificant.
Why do they call them t-shirt bags, by the way?
I don't know why they're called t-shirt bags.
Okay.
But it's one of those things, like every time I have to place that order, like that is something that I think of. That first box of 250 literally lasted me 3 summers at farmer's market.
Erin puts the produce you buy into this bag and sends it home with you.
And meat and stuff,
right.
You know, but like when we started selling product, bags was not something we thought about, right? I think I was like, oh, I literally grabbed them from under the kitchen sink.
So as you saw more and more bags going out, you equated that with more and more product going out the door, which in turn turns into sales, which in turn turns into Seagram 7 and 7.
But like dry ice is one of those things, like if our beef sales stayed small, we could just go to town and purchase what we need.
True.
It's hugely inconvenient to go into the grocery store and say, I need 150 pounds of dry ice.
They look at you so weird.
It's
kind of embarrassing, actually. A little embarrassing.
It's really hard to explain, and I have to explain, what do we do? Oh, really? Like, I have to explain, we sell meat online. Well, how do you sell it? Through our website. Oh, and you ship it frozen, and I mean, just all this stuff. Like, and it's fine. Like, I always enjoy telling people, like, what we do.
I feel bad for the people behind us in line, because it takes forever to ring it up. And then you always get the checker that's never rang up dry ice before in his life. So I always get that kid, and he's like, what's dry ice? And I have to explain to them how to do it. And I have to tell him the code, you know, so he puts it in the computer.
And you
can only weigh up to 20 pounds at a time.
I had to go back and have a fight in the grocery store one time because they charged us over $100 more because they rang it up wrong. So I'm super excited to have a dry ice machine. And it is a tangible expression of our success as a business. So
Right.
Super excited.
So, so that's how Erin figures out.
So now there's going to be dry ice in our garage.
We talked 10 minutes about dry ice. Now we got August talking about dry ice. $20 super chat, getting a dry ice cooler sounds like fun. Can't wait to see it on the weekly vlog. Hopefully next week it'll show up.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Where else am I scrolling to?
Road Toad.
Road Toad, 20, sounds like the tequila shots. Started about an hour ago. The only way you know that is if you were here and you would be correct.
Did Matt rat me out?
He may have. I have no idea.
Wait, I wasn't listening. I was reading, not paying attention. Sorry.
Erin wants to know if you ratted her out.
On what?
About having a few drinks before live stream.
No, I did not. I did not mention it.
Did you mention it?
I haven't had a chance to get a word in edgewise yet.
The people in our crowd are the most observant, astute people on the internet.
That's why they swipe right.
Is that what you do?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You swipe something.
Thank you, JP.
Breaking Ice, new TV show. Yeah, no, you do have to break it up too. You have to bust up the ice chunks because it's in 10-pound chunks, and we only need 5. So, very cool stuff. All right, I'm going to scroll back here, and we're going to answer a few questions that I've seen pop up, and also take a look at a few newcomers to the channel. If you are new here, be sure to say hi and throw a little wavy hand up there or something so that we know that you guys are new folks.
All the snow is gone. It melted.
It did melt. All the snow is gone.
It was 50 yesterday, 50 today.
Yeah, but the wind's blowing, so it's gone pretty fast. I saw a couple requests for strapping a GoPro. Rather than strapping a GoPro to Bean, we should strap one to Matt for a day and have a day in the life of Matt with a GoPro, which could be fun, but you'd wash a lot of eggs. You'd do that. Matt's our chief egg and bottle washer around here.
A good one, too.
That's yet to be determined. I seem to remember there was quite a few casualties this week in the eggs department.
Oh, no comment about that.
No comment about that. Moving right along. All right. If Matt sneezes, he may fart at the same time. Have you met Matt? Awesome. Very cool. Let's see. Very few calves this spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, very few. But the ones that we do have are that much more important, honestly, if you ask me. I mean, the calves that we do have are going to be very, very important to the ranch
really
moving forward too.
I absolutely believe like going smaller to go bigger is sometimes the very best decision. Stand by that.
There's a "that's what she said" joke in there somewhere.
Not watching it.
Harold Larson said it was interesting seeing the misbehaving cows, naughty cows. Honestly, like that threw me for a loop in the vlog. I was walking in to start up the tractor. I had moved the four-wheeler, so it was kind of in my way. I'm moving the four-wheeler out of the way. Look down through the barn, see the pigs and the cows together cohabitating.
Yeah.
Which is not allowed, not around here anyway. And
I was super surprised today, you and Matt, or not today, but what day was it? Friday. I looked out the window and there was cows out.
Oh yeah, see that didn't even make the vlog.
No, because that was Friday during the day. It was very chaotic. So I looked out the window in the house and farm store was open, and so I was just checking out the window, and there was 3 cows out. I thought they were steers just based upon size. I didn't look super close.
Mm-hmm.
And I called you and was like, we have cows out. You were in town, which always happens.
Oh, every time. Every time I leave, they know when I leave. They're like, "Hey, I'm."
So the red gate that Mike goes out to feed, like I just assumed you left the red gate open, and so I look out the window and I'm like, oh, red gate's closed. Okay, they must have gone out by the chicken house or by the pigs or something. And
Erin right away calls me and says, "There's cows out."
Yeah.
And it's your problem
Yeah.
because you left a gate open.
Yeah.
You did something bad
yeah,
or wrong.
I didn't say that.
And of course, my thought process at the time was like, Matt must have left a gate open because crap rolls downhill around here, Matt.
Well,
I don't
and
know
I
if you're
think-
aware of that.
I think I said
No,
there's.
the lion's on me.
Yes, exactly.
I think I said there's steers out. I thought they were steers just by body size. Like I assumed they were steers because they weren't cows. And they are cows, but they weren't cows. And so I went out, but one was trying to go on the highway. So Bean and I immediately went and pushed that one back towards the shop. And then I was like, they're not steers. And I went and counted the steers. No steers. Red gate's closed. Gate by the pigs is closed. Gate by the chicken house is closed. No, they walked the fence. So you want to explain how that happens?
So drifting happens quite often around here, and the more drifting that happens and melting, and then you basically build ice dams up against fences. So we've got a fence that's behind the shop, and so much snow had built up in that corner, they were able to actually walk directly over that fence. There's a propane tank that sits there next to that fence. You can't even see the propane tank. It's covered with snow and ice.
The backside of it, you could.
The other propane tank, the old fuel tank propane tank.
Yeah, that one's good.
And they're able to walk right over and come over and see what's going on.
And I chased them back. Bean and I did. She was actually very helpful. And then you came back, and we were in the house kind of chatting real quick. And then I looked back out the window, and she'd done it again.
She came back, and then she tells her friends,
Yeah.
"Hey, there's this cool trick I can teach you." And then next thing you know, you got cows everywhere. So we actually came back from town. Took care of the problem. I put up a panel. We now have a 8-foot, 9-foot tall fence there, which should be able to keep them out.
Yeah.
Harold lodged another super chat. Thank you very much, Harold. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Is that the old one?
I don't
You're
know. I'm
scrolled way
scrolling.
back.
I'm all over the place here. I'm having trouble.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that is an old one. Sorry about that. You got double thanks.
Keep going.
Okay, I was going back and looking for questions and stuff, but here. No, now I broke it. It's nice to see this slowly going off the rails.
Thank you for the super
Yeah,
chat.
welcome to our world.
Keep going back up.
Hold on. Yeah, JP Merrick, Beyond the Ranch sure beats the Olympics. Yeah. We've been watching the Olympic. We don't have cable, so we've been watching the Olympics on Peacock. Bird Country Ventures, $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Melissa, thank you for the $50 super
you,
chat.
Melissa.
Put a GoPro on Bambi. That's actually a plan. The trick is, I think I mentioned it in the vlog, like battery is an issue because I can't like run out to her and change a battery. She may not like that.
Oh, she won't care.
Well, and then being able to have it stay where I need to keep it is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Easy sent us a harness for a cow that I still have yet to figure out how to get it to stay, and so that's a little bit of a trick. So, and they don't like it when you use staples.
You cut net wrap straight across?
I did. I mean,
instead of at a
honestly, I
diagonal?
thought about that. I thought about Tim's comment from a few vlogs back. I don't know why I cut it straight across, but I did. just
Breaking
to
the
just to
rules.
mess with Tim. Reener, $10 super chat. Great critter cam. Extra doggy treat for Bean. Yeah, she
Thank
did
you.
good. She did good. There was a lot of that footage though that it was tough to watch because
I know.
she just bounces around
I
so much.
Posted it to TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and there were a lot of comments of like, Bean, hold the camera still.
I'm gonna hurl. I bet I saw a couple of those. So yeah,
She's extremely bouncy. I thought it was so interesting though, like watching her like stop and like problem solve, like.
It is interesting. Like yeah.
Like, oh, Matt's in the, like you told her to go see Matt.
I told her to go get. I didn't tell her. I said go get Matt.
Yeah.
And then she went to the chicken house, and in the video that's, I don't think it was in the weekly vlog video, but I should just put all that content together and like post it to Patreon or something.
Yeah.
It's like 40 minutes of just Bean going crazy, but she goes to the chicken house and she sees the gator, so you can see it. She stops and she looks at the gator.
She looks at the pen, goat pen.
She looks at the goat pen. He's not over there. She looks at the chicken house.
Yeah.
And then she goes over to the chicken house door.
Barks.
The door opens. She about knocks Matt just right on his butt, because didn't she she went between your legs and almost knocked you over.
Says hi to Jackie Boy, gives him kisses.
Says hi to the goats, and yeah, and then she's ready to go.
And kind of the same thing on the content I posted on our other platforms, like she's out with the cows and she's bouncing around and barking and stuff, and then she stops and she just like takes a second and looks like she should do that more often.
It's kind of like Matt leaving stuff in between your ears a little bit longer.
Rattle.
Like you just need to stop. And actually you just need to stop and, as my friend Vanilla Ice would say, collaborate and listen. Because you just have to relax just a little bit every once in a while. And just take a look.
Thank you, Tommy, for the super chat. Can you do another video about pigs and the pet goats?
Oh, I can do videos about all kinds of stuff. Obviously, the big experiment with today's vlog was to see if I could make the same video 5 days in a row and still make it somewhat interesting. Now, animals, of course, help with that because you never know what's going to happen.
Because the cows got in with the pigs. They've never done that.
Right. Bean has a camera. That makes things somewhat interesting. If I would have strapped a camera to, I thought strap a camera to a cow would be an interesting feeding perspective. I even thought about doing feeding from the hay bales perspective.
How's it going to go through the hustler?
That would have been the end of that camera.
No.
But and then I knew that Aaron would say no.
That's
so
not in the budget.
No.
You could strap the GoPro to the hustler. Clamp it.
From the hustler's perspective?
It doesn't fall in.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, being able to make the same video 5 days in a row, for me was probably harder on me than it was on you guys. I had, when I came in to edit, I had a little bit over 3 hours of footage from those 5 days. So being able to go through that and try to make it somewhat interesting wasn't horrible, but it was definitely, it was kind of a trick to it. So
You should have, it's Groundhog video. You should have done it the week of Groundhog's Day.
Where were you the week of Groundhog's Day?
I don't know. Where was JP Merrick?
Now I got somebody to remind me that for next year, and we'll do the same thing.
You missed a perfect opportunity.
Oh yeah, if I could get Bill Murray here, I would have had it made.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
We'll call him up next time and see if he wants to. We'll send him an email and see if he wants to do it. JB Weld with $10 super chat. Matt, you look like an online hacker troll, jamming way over there. Hi, Matt.
I wasn't even looking.
What are you doing with that paper, Matt?
What's that piece of paper say?
Well, I was hoping you were going to see my camera off.
No, your camera's on. What does that piece of paper say? Do I need to turn your camera off?
It says Yoda update.
Yoda update.
For Yoda update.
Okay, but first you have a super chat, Matt, that you need to address. Matt, you look like an online hacker troll jamming over there.
Takes one to know one, JB.
What are we for?
JB does send some quality memes.
Yes, that's for sure.
He's a meme master general.
This is deteriorating.
It is, and it's only that's your $10 compliment from Matt there, JB.
Back at you, dude.
Yoda update really quick. I'm guessing
You're gonna kill the vibe, man.
How many shots of tequila did you have before we started?
Hey, for the record, I said nothing about anything you consumed.
Well, somebody knew.
What happens in the house stays in the house. We had a rule like that in the police department. What happens in the squad car stays in the squad car.
Somebody ratted me out.
Somebody did.
Was it Tammy?
It might have been. It might have been your friend Carrie. Aren't they here?
I don't know. They can't hear Matt. Talk louder.
Matt's mic should be on.
How long can I talk?
I don't know.
Turn him up,
Turn him up a little bit.
I guess.
Okay, we'll try that.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't pick on the old guy. He does it to himself.
All right.
All right. Anyhow, Yoda.
Yoda update. Yeah, Yoda is fine. She did lose her kids, and that was kind of a bummer. She had them about a month and a half early for some reason. We're not exactly sure why, but you know, she's thin. She's a lot thinner than she was, and you know, she's doing fine. She's just kind of doing her thing, and she doesn't really seem to be. Obviously, something was up there. Really, we kind of had this thought that we would try to milk her and be able to.
Now we have
an echo because his microphone's picking me up.
We just can't win. At least the stream's good.
Yeah, exactly. Here, we'll just turn his microphone off when he's not talking. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Okay. So anyway, we had a thought that we were going to milk her.
And find a bum.
Yeah. Yeah, and that ended up not working.
So she did have 4 kids. They were all stillborn, super early,
Right.
no hair.
Right.
Yeah. No chance of saving them.
No.
So it's very sad. I really wanted baby goats. I see a lot of people on TikTok and YouTube having baby goats. It makes me sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You were there when she had them.
I was.
So I'm glad she's okay. And she's probably retired from having kids. She is 8. That's
Yeah.
pretty
And we don't
elderly.
have a boy to take care of her anyway.
No,
So.
I mean, we could probably find one to borrow, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll breed the little girls this summer if we can find a buck to borrow for a month or something. But yeah, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe we'll buy some baby goats.
Maybe.
There's 2 super chats that we missed.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Road Toad. I know nothing about ratting out. You guys were quite festive from the hit off.
Thank you, Road Toad.
Yeah.
I did have a friend come over today and her husband, and we enjoyed a few drinks beforehand.
Erin had 2 times as many festive.
It's not my fault
drinks.
that you're a stick in the mud.
I had work to do. I'm working.
Day drinking's very on brand for me.
Yeah, no doubt. From August, Matt's not a hacker troll. He's the keyboard cowboy.
Oh, you should make him a shirt that says that. Oh, that would be a huge hit on our website.
Would you like a T-shirt that says you're the keyboard cowboy?
I kind of like it.
I think other people would want to buy that shirt too.
Nobody in their right mind is going to buy that shirt, honestly. Don't listen to your wife.
Don't.
Listen to me here.
I'm not giving bad advice.
Okay. All right. More cowbell, no doubt, no doubt. Zach Hewitt here hanging out with us now, one of our extra moderators that we have floating around. Zach's got a boy for us, if we would like to
Oh, you do?
introduce Yoda to the other gender at some point. So another $10 super chat there from JB Weld. Any idea what you do with the bull situation this year? Any ranchers running a rental bull company? We are actually looking, I need to make some phone calls. We are looking for another bull to take care of our heifers.
We'll buy one.
Yeah, we'll find somebody local. We've got a few people that we've worked with over the years.
There's actually several bull breeders in our county, like super local. And if we don't buy in our county, we'll go super close to us. So
Right, exactly.
yeah.
Christy Dunham with a $20 super chat. Baby goat fun.
Thank
There
you.
you go. There you go. Erin is not a drunk. Bean's downstairs all by herself.
Barking, yeah.
Barking. Yeah.
You should go let her
exactly.
in.
Up here?
Well, yeah, she's sad.
All right. Can you hold things together?
I think I can manage.
Okay.
Well, you should at least scroll down for me. So I
See,
can
you can't
see.
do it.
She started a company called Pimp My Bull. Yeah, I don't know if people, you can rent them out. I think you have to get them tested for STDs. If you move, I think, Bean's here. If you Move them from. Do you have to test your bulls for STDs if you move them from one herd to another?
You're supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a thing. I think that would be cost prohibitive in the rent a bull situation, but it's not to say it couldn't be done.
No.
So. Hi, Bean. Cocoa Bean.
Bean, come here. Where are you going? Come here.
I'm trying to get through.
Come on, Bean.
Oh, gosh. Ditching us for Matt.
Yeah. And the garbage can. Hey,
out of the garbage. God, this is high quality content.
It is. Let's see. Go local, as that is the message that you send. I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, being able to find somebody local is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
From Jeff Lee, it must be nice not having a ranch roundup to prepare for, a lot less work and a lot less stress.
I mean, summer's still stressful.
If you haven't heard, this year we are not having a ranch roundup. It could return in the future, but this year we decided, with everything else that's going on, to be able to concentrate on exactly what we need to concentrate on to be able to move forward is more important than going through all that. So we do apologize if you were really looking forward to visiting the ranch this summer. Hey, don't let us stop you. You can still visit the ranch. You can just do it on your own schedule. Don't come on ours. We have the Airbnb that you can come stay at. We've got the Harvest Host spots, the RV if you're an RVer, or if you're traveling through the area, just stop on by and
During farm store hours.
During farm store hours. Be sure to follow the farm store on Facebook. It's our Wyoming Life Farm Store, and find out the hours for summer. Are you going to change the hours this summer, by the way?
Do we have an employee?
We got that guy over there. And I don't want to say his name because he's like Beetlejuice. He's like
we
Beetlejuice.
Said his name
if you
too
say
much.
his name, yeah,
He's here. He won't
pops
go
in.
away.
But anyway, if you do happen to stop by and hang out at the farm store, you can meet probably one or both of us, and also we are probably going to continue the tours this summer as well for Harvest Host members. So
Tammy, can you say his name?
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious.
Karen Gonzalez, did you get my parcel from the UK?
Not yet.
I don't think so, unless it was a while ago. I think I got one from the United Kingdom a few weeks ago.
Did you not show me?
No, I showed you. It's the Scrabble pieces one.
Oh, did you send the Scrabble
but I don't know
pieces?
if that's Karen. If that's not Karen, then I guess we're still waiting for Karen's. But Christy Dunham, we just booked our Airbnb time. I saw that. You guys are coming to visit us in June, not for the first time. And
no, Lorna, you cannot knock on the door.
For breakfast? No, but for lunch, you know.
No.
Breakfast too early.
I will hide and not answer the door.
She will, actually. Last year.
Pencil juice.
Oh, that's pretty funny stuff.
Now there's two cats up here. Where'd the dog go? Good question.
Good question. All right.
Mike, with an exclamation point, says, with all the snow and smaller herd, do you think you could sell hay this year? We're still way below average on snow. We're still in extreme drought.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're classified via USDA is extreme drought. There's one worse. What's...
No, I think there's severe and then there's extreme. I think we're under severe.
So we're severe.
Yeah.
So we still haven't gotten our normal snowfall amount. Like, I don't know where we're at, but it's not, we don't have enough snow yet.
Yeah, it's way low. You were even talking, you know, like if we knew we didn't have to buy hay, we would be a lot less stressed out. But, you know, as of now, it's looking not very good, but who knows. Tommy?
Yeah, it's already impact. Like, we had a conversation today, like, oh, we want to do this big infrastructure thing, but we don't know if we're going to have to spend $60,000 to $80,000 on hay. So like that obviously puts a damper in like your monthly budget.
Yeah, especially if you don't know you're going to spend that until, you know, May.
I think we'll know. Yeah, I mean, we'll know in May or June.
Oh yeah, by then for sure. Yeah, we may even know in April.
Yeah.
Very well. I saw a question from Tommy, and now I forgot what it was. Scrabble in a frame. That is Karen's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Yes,
did get
we
it.
did.
Thank you
Yes.
very much. Yes, we did get it. Missed a question from Tommy. Here it is. Are the kids enjoying their go-kart? Grace is our go-kart racer. She's all over the place in that thing when she does get in.
When the weather's
It's been a little chilly here lately, so there hasn't been a whole lot of go-karting happening. But I guarantee you this spring, that thing is going to go through some fuel.
Yeah.
From Susan, hey y'all, can we send the freezer liners back to you again for you guys to save some money? Well, you can. We actually got one back today that had a couple, or this week that had a couple of them in there. The freezer liners are used to ship beef to our Patreon supporters that order beef or pork from us, and yeah, you can save those up. Really, you don't have to worry about making them look pretty either. Like the guy, we got them back. We got 2 of them back, and they were in a big old box and all flattened out and everything. Just crumple them up into a little ball and throw them in a smaller box, whatever you can squeeze them into. So, yeah, if you do want to send those back, but you're definitely not required. They make a pretty cool tinfoil hat if you happen to need one. Bengalator asked if I'd recommend the AeroQuip based on the use over all these years. Honestly, yeah. I think that for the price, which is, it's not cheap, but you get what you pay for.
We don't have a single bent panel.
We do have some bent panels, but they're actually my fault from when I bent them.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
But not from cows.
No. I think we've even had cows try to go over. No bending has happened.
And they,
My God, it's like a zoo up here.
Yeah, no, there's another cat up here. Are they taller than the other? They are taller than the other panels that we had.
Yeah.
And so that extra height does help keep cows from jumping. And yeah, I was super skeptical of the whole system because it's not like concreted in. There's no like.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was going to move. There'd be shifting.
I thought it was going to move.
Yeah. Once you get everything together,
it does
there's
move.
really nowhere for it to. Really nowhere for it to go.
It does move, but like just inches, not feet.
Right.
And you just kind of push it back if you need to, but it doesn't really so much matter. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Completely recommend the AeroQuip. And that, yeah, like you guys know, they've given it to us, like, but we're not obligated to say that.
No,
But,
not at all. They don't obligate me to do anything.
100% recommend the AeroQuip.
The owner of AeroQuip, Andrew, he would pay me to tell the truth more than anything.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to hear.
They are a great
lip
company to
service,
work
so.
with. They've always been super easy, and yeah, they always said, tell us your opinion. And there's even been a few modifications that they've tried to make because of our recommendations. And,
I complain a lot.
yeah, I mean, we tell them, well, you know, based upon real life using it, like what we think of stuff. So yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you, Road Toad, for the super chat. Are we off the rails?
I thought we were talking about something very important. Infrastructure. BB Kern's all in. BB Kern's all in. Homestead. How big is the hayfield? We have about 500, a little bit over acres in hayfield across the ranch.
We have several
but
hayfields.
If we don't have water, it really doesn't help us out that much. So
we're gonna buy a bowl in Wyoming or in Montana, probably.
Local, close by.
Local, like 20 miles away from us, guys.
Yeah.
So.
Lee Roseboom, me and my wife want to start a farm store. What's the first thing I should do? We raise Owen cows and pig. Don't know where to start. It's more for the people that can't get, okay.
Check your local and state regulations.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Make sure you go talk to somebody, and then they're going to tell you what you're going to have to do, and that's basically where you're going to have to start.
You're going to have to figure out a marketing plan. Yeah, get your regulations right now. Make sure you're legal to sell what you can sell. Make a marketing plan. Start telling your story about why people should buy your product, and get it for sale.
Yep. Most important part, get up and do something.
Yeah.
Lots of folks on social media have started using AeroQuip. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's gone from a lesser known brand to, I mean, super well known, and they do a great job on social media, and they're on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, all over the place. So.
WPR Jersey gave us a $10 super chat, followed by
Times
JB
two.
Weld. Thank you there, Will.
Oh.
Another $10 super chat. Have
Thank
you guys
you.
calculated the time savings you have each day from the herd reduction? Obviously, you're probably plugging that savings into new projects. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and it's a great question because it takes the same amount of time to feed 50 cows as it does to feed 150 cows, honestly.
Well, there's less spooling time.
But the process is almost exactly the same. You know, I do save a little bit of time. I don't have to put out an extra bale, or that kind of thing. But I'm still grabbing bales. I'm still moving bales just around just as much as I seem to be. So the nice thing is that's actually saving me time is that we've got Beetlejuice over there to go out and do his chores every single morning. So what he takes care of, then I don't have to, and that actually is a huge help. Did you hear that, Matt? I was giving you credit for something.
Yeah, but the bean juice, really?
Pencil juice?
Do I look like the mayor of Chicago?
It looked like something.
Could be the mayor of Chicago. He keeps getting more popular. He could be the mayor of Chicago. And then you'd have to send him back to Chicago, so I'm pretty sure the mayor has to live there.
I think
the mayor
so.
can't live in our back bedroom.
Peggy asks, is jerky for sale on the Owl website? All I'm seeing is beef sticks. No, we don't have any muscle jerky in stock right now. We are waiting for it to be finished at our processor. So yeah, only beef sticks for now.
Exactly.
It's coming. We're also sold out of a lot of flavors, a lot of sizes. It's coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing is, honestly, you hear it constantly, and I hear it constantly. It drives me crazy is everybody, there's supply chain issues, but honestly, there are. I mean, that's what we're running into.
Yeah.
Even though we are the supply chain, being able to get things through our processor could be as simple as they need to get a machine fixed and they can't get somebody up here to do it. They need packaging materials. They can't get them in. Stickers have been a big thing. The labels. I don't have a package of beef jerky around. But the labels and the glue that sticks those labels on actually comes from the petroleum industry, and they're backed up on glue, oddly enough. So we can get labels, but we don't have a way to stick them on.
Well, and Cindy, it didn't so much impact us, but they've had a problem getting the plastic that they use for packaging. When another local producer was doing a big jerky run, their packaging machine did break down while we were waiting for stuff. So then they have to bulk vacuum seal everything so it doesn't dry out and quality isn't impacted. And then they have to break it down and put it into our smaller packages and. Because they waited 3 or 4 weeks for a technician to be able to come and work on their packaging machine. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Yeah, and we're, the number of cows that we have made into jerky at one time, like it just takes them a while to get through all that material. It's hundreds of pounds of meat. So it takes some time. So I thought we'd have more back by now.
So did I.
But we don't. So, yeah, hopefully in the next coming weeks. We have a big blizzard, snowstorm, cold weather coming, but I'm hoping in the next 10 days or so that we see more inventory come up on the website.
Yeah.
And if you are on Patreon and you're looking for beef and pork and stuff, pork's not going to change, but we should have more beef products back in stock too. Things like ribeyes will be coming back here 10 to 14 days-ish.
You'll know because we'll have to go get it.
Yeah.
And we'll probably
It'll
film
be in
that.
the vlog.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Ruprecht said is excited to see the AeroQuip system at the farm show in Louisville.
Yeah.
I knew what it was. Be sure when you see when you see this stuff, and if you're at a farm show, and you see AeroQuip at a farm show or wherever, or you see Michelin with Tweels, or what else?
Beckart with
Beckart.
fence.
If you see Beckart, go up and give Keith a big kiss for me. Go up and tell them you saw it on our Wyoming Life. Not only it helps us out, but it also lends them a little bit of credit as well too, and they know that the efforts that they're putting forward are working. So if you've seen something on our Wyoming Life and you somehow run into it in the real world, be sure to tell them that you saw it there. I think it's not. I'm not looking at it so much to beep our own horn, but also I want that they get the credit they deserve.
It's
for doing a
valuable
good thing.
feedback for them. It's one of the hardest things as a business owner, or like when you purchase advertising. That's essentially what they're doing when they work with us. Is they're purchasing advertising. It's hard to know if that's effective. So you guys recognizing that brand, and a lot of the companies we work with just say we want brand awareness. We want to be more well known. We want to be top of mind awareness. So you guys telling them that is super helpful.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And then they call me and they say thank you, which is kind of nice too. So maybe I'm tooting my own horn a little bit, but nothing wrong with that. JP Merrick, another $20 super chat. Holy smokes, man.
Thank you.
Erin, I'm sure you answered this before, but what about selling baked goods, cookies, that kind of thing online?
Have to have a commercial kitchen, have to have an FDA approved label.
Yeah, which maybe someday we will have.
Someday.
I mean, that could be something down the line. Obviously, we got lots of irons in the fire right now, so we do really have to prioritize things. We've talked in the past about being able to sell caramel rolls online, to be able to sell carrot cake, that kind of stuff. But we had to prioritize and say, hey, what's going to be our biggest seller? And that would obviously be beef and pork, and that's where the direction we had to go in right away. So definitely makes sense to be able to do what we want to do, but being able to roll it out in stages helps.
Yeah, I
also.
mean, I'll never say never. Like, we never thought that we would be here. So, yeah, I mean,
Can I ask you a question? This
Yeah.
is a totally arbitrary question, but if we wouldn't have started YouTube in 2017, in 2016, not too long before Christmas or right around Christmas, we had this conversation about, hey, maybe we should make some videos, maybe we should put them online, maybe that'll help out our local sales. What if we wouldn't have gone down that road? And what do you think we would be doing right now?
I mean, I think we'd just be doing multiple farmers markets per
You
week.
think we would have grown the farmers market
Yeah,
business
I think
that
so.
direction?
Like, I think it just would have been, like, we would have just continued down that path. Hey. No, bad cat.
This is what happens when the door gets left open.
I think we would have just had to hustle essentially to like do our local food sales. We probably would be selling to restaurants. We would be doing multiple farmers markets per week. That's how we would have grown the business. And there's tons of farms and ranches that do that and are super successful. We just have we've been able to centralize and stay home.
Yeah.
And sell our product, which
Thank
is
you very much
amazing.
for that. Yeah.
You know, my friend Carrie was out today, and I just said, like, the best decision we ever did was open the farm store and stay home, and have essentially you guys come to us through our website, through the farm store, through Harvest Host. I love not having to drag our product around. Mm-hmm. The only thing we do is like the little tiny bit of halves and holes that we sell. Like, some people come and pick them up here when you come back. Occasionally you make a drop off in town on your way home with that product. But yeah, it's just been super convenient to stay home and sell our product. So I think we would have just we would have kept selling local food like we are now. We just would have done it differently.
Yeah, I think we would have been forced to go down the same path that we're going down now. It just would have been a different thing. I think we still would have saw the same writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And we would have been like, hey, we can't make money at auction. The more I think about it, I'm like, you know, selling my product, my time to the highest bidder is just not the way that I want to
But
go.
we didn't even sell to the highest bidder.
No, we sold it to the last.
We sold to the bidder.
Yeah,
It wasn't a guarantee that at auction that you're getting the high. I mean, it is the highest bid, but it's not the highest bid that Joe down the road gets.
Right.
You know, like it's not the same thing, right? Like everybody's animals are different and stuff, and they have their own tracking system when they enter a feedlot, and all those buyers know how our animals perform once they go into a feedlot, and so like your sales are based upon your performance, but like it's not the same. It's not apples and apples. So
Right.
yeah, I think we would have still been selling meat locally. It just would have been different.
Yeah, I
So.
agree. If you didn't do YouTube, I wouldn't have any friends in Wyoming.
Right, yeah.
Very true.
We wouldn't have friends in Washington, and I wouldn't have a Chicago squatter, and
Hold on, let me turn his microphone back on here.
Wow. That's so nice of you.
it's taken us down a weird path. Right?
Me included.
Yeah, I mean, Carrie drives 2,000 miles a couple times a year to stock her freezer. Like, the impact we have on people is still insane. So,
It is, I agree. And being able to make people think differently, I think has been one of the biggest advantages of what we've been able to do. Do you have, go ahead, sorry.
Brian Yonker just said farmers market takes lots of time. They do.
They do, and that's one of the things, I honestly, I hated it. Like, it was 3 days out of our week to go to one farmer's market.
Yeah.
And
It's so
then you had one day where you were like, I can't do anything today, I don't want to.
Well, Sunday,
Yeah.
I spent Thursday, Friday, and Saturday prepping. We were just on a continual grind. Sunday, we did nothing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're trying to catch up. It was, well, yeah, no, I wouldn't know what pencil juice is either. Like how we've all come together.
It all just clicks.
But I think about that often with farmers market, and like farm store takes a lot of work, but it's a different type of work, and it took more financial capital to be able to purchase the farm store. You know, I pay electricity on it, whether it's open or not, you know, things like that. But like this week, especially, like the weather wasn't super good. Winter's super easy. Like, I pull some baked goods out of the freezer, or I bake a few things. I made some ice cream. We go flip on the lights and like make some sales. Like, we're home during that time. One of us has to be home. Mm-hmm. That's a big inconvenience sometimes, but like we had to be at farmer's market. But there are days where, especially in the wintertime, I literally turn on the lights and we can sell $500 to $1,000 worth of product. And I was like, oh my gosh, Kat, get out of the box. And if you compare that effort versus like the effort that farmers market was, it is like, God, why didn't we do this sooner? Now, granted, a farm store works for us. We're on a major highway. We're only 10 miles from town. If we were 40 miles and 8 miles off the highway, like,
Be a different
it
deal.
wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So, who said goodnight? I can't see.
That would have been Will from New Jersey. Good night,
Thank you,
Will. Thank you
Will.
very much for hanging out with us. Appreciate the super chats, man.
Thank you.
All right. Moving right along here. What time is it? Oh, we got all kinds of time left. All right. Let's see. Robert's going to, once they finish half beef, they got buying. Local beef in Florida. There is local beef somewhere in Florida.
There's
trust
a
me.
lot of beef in Florida, actually.
Yeah,
I know it's hard
Erin
to
was
find.
just down there not too
I
long
was
ago. There was
just in-
beef. You were texting me. Look, a cow.
I didn't see very many cows. I saw some Hereford cows.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of beef. In the Panhandle and stuff, there is more beef. But yeah, some parts of the country are hard. Like, we get it. Like, you know, we will always say buy local and stuff. But like, yeah, we get it. It is more difficult in other places. So.
Keithers, talked to FBN at the World Dairy Expo. You're kind of a big deal with those folks.
They're-
They know who I am, obviously. I don't know how big of a deal I am with them, but I'm very proud that that they care about what we have to say.
And we
they ask our opinion.
Yeah, and
you
we
know.
appreciate the support that FBN has shown us. You know, like, I mean, you guys see they're a sponsor of the channel, and like, we benefit from that, and they benefit from us promoting them, and we've provided some valuable content for them and stuff. Like, we only work with brands that we want to work with. So, excuse
Where are you going?
Excuse you, ma'am. Hey, come
Hey.
here. Come here.
I invited you up here, not to. There you go.
Not to give us your butt.
Robert asked if there's any other ranchers in our area that are doing what we're doing.
Yeah, not quite. But yeah, there's ranchers everywhere. Are you giving the jackalope a kiss? There's ranchers everywhere that are selling meat. And there's farmers everywhere that are selling vegetables. We're not unique.
No.
There's tons of farmers and ranchers that have social media followers too. Like, I mean, there's agriculture content all over TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Like, we're special, but we're not that special.
No, and that's one of the things that we've been talking about quite a bit as we, we talk about the farm store, and JB Weld mentioned we should do a cost of the farm store video. Being able to inspire people to do what we do is really become kind of a whole new goal for what we want to do. Now, we've always said that we wanted to make people aware of where their food comes from. We want people to care about where their food comes, bring the consumer closer to the producer, whatever catchphrase you want to use. But at the same time, this new thing is opening up for us, and it's the fact that pencil juice, that's pretty funny. The fact of the matter is that we can inspire other people to pick up our mantle and run with it. That they can take our message, and the more people you have out there trying to spread your message, the better. So if a farmer in New York can say, hey, I can do that, why can't I do that? I can raise a few cows a year, and I can get a couple pigs, and I can grow some vegetables, and I can throw up a shed and put a sign on it and advertise or whatever you need to do, then all of a sudden, they're spreading the message that we're trying to spread also. So it's kind of an interesting side path that we're able to go down and inspire people to do that.
Yeah, and like, we were inspired by other people and stuff too, like, I didn't know how to be a market farmer. You didn't know how to be a rancher when we came here. Like,
no idea.
We learned and were inspired by other people. And like, our customers were inspiring to us too. Like, it doesn't always have to be this person in the industry. Like, going to farmers market and interacting with customers and people saying, I really appreciate you growing this kohlrabi because I can't find this anywhere. Like, that's what kept us going and kept us going down this path. Or like, people asking, how is your beef raised?
Yeah.
That inspired YouTube.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, that the videos that we made came from people coming to us at farmers market and asking questions.
Yeah.
And then I got tired of answering that question all the time, but I figured out that when I worked in radio, there was always a saying that if one person complains, there's 10 more people out there that are mad. And if one person asks a question, there's 10 more people out there that have that same exact question that didn't ask it.
Yeah.
So if I can answer one person's question and answer 10 other people's questions at the same time, and I can do that through video, That's what inspired the YouTube channel in the first place.
And more in depth, and like being able to visually show people. Obviously, there's power in video and stuff. So like being able to show people what we were talking about to you know, a lot of people that had no idea. You know, we say we feed the cows every day. Well, like that doesn't mean that you understand or can visualize what feeding the cows every day looks like.
No, like when in the very first video, when I went out and picked up a bale, and I said this bale weighs as much as a Volkswagen Bug. I think that's where people were like, holy crap, and cows eat that much every single day?
Yeah.
No, they eat 2 of these every single day. They eat 2 Volkswagen Bugs every single day worth of food.
And yeah, Zach just said, when I started with cattle, you were the one I felt most connected to, coming from a non-ranching background to raising your own stock. Yeah, absolutely. That is a very unique perspective. I think there is great importance in the 4th and 5th and those multi-generational farmers and ranchers and stuff. Like there's huge amounts of legacy and tradition and things that are passed on from generation to generation, and we want to pass those same values and traditions down to our kids and stuff. But like we came at it from an outside perspective, and so there was things in the industry that we looked at and we said, this doesn't seem right to us. Like the auction system, it never sat right with us, that we didn't get to say, we're selling a product and we don't get to set the price based upon our input cost. That never sat right with us. And so we were always able to question that. And I've been told from ranchers in the industry, we've said, you just need to go along with it. But also,
this is how it works. This is what it is.
There's also been plenty of people that have said, you're absolutely right for questioning it, and more people need to question it. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, I mean, interesting things, but like even our videos now, when we started announcing that, hey, we're not playing the auction game, I've gotten pretty mean letters from people in the industry who are mad because we're telling people that we're not playing the game, so they're going to say, well, we don't want to play the game either. How do we get away from that? And I've had people who are relatively high in the industry itself, in auctions, in buying programs, that kind of stuff, you know, mad at me because I put out an idea that was counterproductive to what's been going on for 125 years.
Yeah.
So,
the beef industry
and usually
is
if you
broken.
piss people off, you're probably doing something right.
Yeah, no, the beef industry is broken.
Yeah.
And most people will say that, regardless of how big of an operation they have. Most people in the beef industry right now will say that it's broken. It is complete for we have 40 breeding cows. 40. For our size, it is completely unrealistic and unsurvivable for us to sell calves at auction. 100% cannot do it.
Yeah. No,
Why do that? Like, just why do it? And luckily, we are fortunate and privileged enough to be like, we have a different idea and a way to execute it. Not everybody has that. But this is because of, God, we started selling at Farmers Market in 2010. This is 12 years of work that have put us here. Like, this didn't happen overnight. Don't expect that you're just going to open up a farm store or finish one beef and you're going to have a path out of the traditional beef, cattle, cow-calf operation. It took us 12 years to get here, and we're not sure that we're going to make it.
Robert asked, what's more difficult, moving from ranching to radio or radio to ranching? You know what, if this whole thing doesn't work out, I'll let you know, because I might be looking for a new radio job somewhere. So you might be hearing me on some podunk station in the middle of nowhere. Which of your kids, from Sherry Hoffman, is going to stay on the ranch?
Hopefully all of them.
It'd be nice. You know,
I mean, they're 11, 8, and 6. So
hopefully all of them are going to stay at least for a while. How about that?
Yeah.
Until they're 18.
we'll never force them to stay, and yeah, hopefully at least one of them, if not 2 of them, and if all 3 want to stay, we'll figure out revenue streams to support all of that.
Exactly. Dan Wickersham, thanks for showing up. Dan
Thank
is
you.
a cattle producer up in Wisconsin. Thank you very much for being here. What do you guys do with the manure that the cows produce? What do we do with manure that the cows produce?
Well, we make racetracks.
We do all kinds of weird things.
We also compost it, and
Yeah.
I use it on the gardens.
Yeah, it's been used in all kinds of interesting ways. So,
How big are cows when you bring them to butcher? We're hoping for 11 to 1,200 pounds.
yep. Sorry, we're going through comments here. You guys are way more.
Brian Yanker says, you go, Erin. The only way to not lose is by not playing the game by their rules. Yeah, we're making a new game. I think not even thinking outside the box, building a new box with an open top.
Here's a great exercise you can do, and Erin and I actually did it this week. We're working on a new RV park across the road, a place for Harvest Host to come and stay, and we're reworking it so we have a few more spots so we can host more people. And Erin and I are going round and around trying to come up with a design for this RV park. And Erin said, "Whoa, let's stop. Let's write down
What
what
are
we
our
need.
needs?
What do we need?
What do we need?"
Yeah.
And then say, so like there's building, we tore down a building, there's still barns over there. Are you leaving, Matt? No. There's a cat in the box. Just ignore that.
Or the cat in the box.
So there is, yeah, there's buildings, there's water, there's power, there's all this infrastructure, there's a house all in the middle, and it was super frustrating to look at it because it said none of this meets our needs. Some of it's going to get torn down, some of it already has been torn down. There's plans that need to happen this summer, there's plans that are going to happen in 3 to 5 years, and so like knowing all of this, it was like, try to visualize this as a blank space and what do we need so it meets our needs rather than us trying to cram our needs into this space. Now granted, there's budget limitations and landscape limitations and animals have to have water and stuff and we don't have an unlimited budget. Part of this was because we got the price of leveling the space we wanted to use and said, nope, it's not going to work. So how do we make this work, right? And so it was first step after a lot of frustration and saying like none of this is working.
Hours of long. It was a long.
Yeah,
time,
but it was like, okay, let's just figure out what do we need and start checking off boxes. And yeah, we came up with a completely different plan that I think is going to make our space work. And things like, I have a rhubarb patch that we're trying to save. At some point it was like, this is gone.
Yeah,
This
like
is
how
being
much money are
sacrificed.
you going to spend to save this rhubarb?
Yeah, and even like where I grew, I added a garden over there. It's gone. We're moving it. But in the grand scheme of things, I've invested very little time or money or effort into that space. It can be moved because we have other needs that are more important. So yeah. And for hours we sat there with Google Earth and Photoshop and maps and trying to figure it out and stuff. And it was eventually just like, what do we need? Let's check off these boxes. Let's make the space work for us.
Right, and you can apply that to pretty much anything in your life. If you need something, write down, figure out what it is that you need, and then figure out how to get there, and prioritize stuff. Because obviously on our list, we knew we had to have RV parking spots. That's our first priority. Do they have to have power? No, they don't have to, but it'd be nice if they did. So we'll put that at number 3. Number 2 is you have to have a garden, that kind of thing. So you figure out where you need to be, and then eventually you're gonna figure out how to get there.
Yeah.
So,
and it was just constantly like it was a struggle, and I think we were both frustrated at times and stuff. But it was just like a huge struggle, but it was just like we can make this work. Mm-hmm. And like in the grand scheme of things, like with 2 or 3 hours, like not that big of a deal, right? But like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it was the same thing. What do we need? We need a different revenue stream.
Yeah, we need more money. Yeah. Really what it came down to at that point was like, we need money to live. We need to be able to pay for our car.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, and I made I remember the first time I talk about how many bags I went through a year at farmer's market. I remember the first farmer's market that I made more than $100.
Yeah.
Like I made 50 or 60 for weeks. The first time I made 100, I was like, and $100 is nothing. Luckily, my mom and Gilbert funded the garden for the first few years. Like I was way negative, but I was like, I made $100. That was a big deal. And I see similar stories on Facebook and stuff too, and on other social media from other small producers or people that are going into the direct-to-consumer thing. Somebody said I started selling eggs, and I remember the first time that our egg sales bought us dinner at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. Those are big purchases and big milestones.
Yeah, exactly. JP Merrick, Erin, Mike, what are some ideas for marketing advertising once you grow the direct-to-consumer beef business? I'm a huge fan of word of mouth. Like being able to encourage customers to share their experiences. Also, I'm going to teach you a really big trick about marketing here really quick. I learned this way back in radio, I'm sure, and I'll tell you the same thing. If you tell people to do something, they'll usually do it. Honestly, but if you don't ever tell anybody to do anything, they're not going to do nothing. So there's options, right? You tell people to do one thing, they're probably going to do it. If I go on a video and I say, hey, subscribe,
They do
just
it.
do that. Subscribe for me. They'll probably do it. If I tell you to go on I want you to subscribe. I want you to head to our website, sign up for our newsletter. I also need you to become a Patreon. And while you're at it, head over to this other channel, Beyond the Ranch, and subscribe to that.
And like us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah. Then, you know what? People are going to do absolutely nothing. They are going to sit there and stare at you with a blank look on their face and say, that sounds like way too much work.
But you pick one.
Pick one thing that you want to be known for, and then grow that. So if you want to market your beef, do that, and word of mouth will spread.
Word of mouth is super important, but only if you deliver a good product. So first, your first step to marketing success, grow and raise a good product, and your product will speak for itself. Local sales, Facebook Marketplace, hands down one of the most beneficial things we've ever done is to grow a local social media following. You don't have to have a YouTube following, have a social media following that's local. Facebook Marketplace is a great way to sell things. Make yourself a Facebook business page, ask your friends and family to like it, start giving your eggs away. You might have to give away a few pounds of hamburger, and then that word of mouth can go. But first, raise a good product.
Yep.
If you have a crap product, well, that word of mouth will spread, right? I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. It does for sure. For sure. So I'm going to tell you, hit the like button, subscribe, do two things for me, and then we'll be friends forever. We are running out of time here, guys, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here pretty quick. Matt, how are you doing over there, buddy?
Doing good, thanks.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Dinner.
Dinner?
What's for dinner, Matt?
I don't know.
All right, I've got a brand new feature that I'm going to just throw on Matt here really quick. This is going to be, I don't have any graphics or anything for it yet, but I want Matt to teach us a lesson today. So here as we wrap things up, we're going to have school time with Matt.
I can't wait.
Matt's job today is to explain to somebody who has no knowledge of cows, who doesn't have any clue what happens on a ranch, what is the difference between a bull and a steer?
I'm trying to think of a snappy opening. Hi, and welcome to School Time with Matt. A bull has his testosterone-producing organs intact, while a steer has been emasculated.
Really, Matt?
A slip of the tongue. Definitely edited out.
It's a live stream. It's not edited.
Oh, that's right. We're not shooting a video. This is live? Oh my goodness. Sorry, babe. Love you. Are you done? Like you would not believe.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so that's school time with Matt. Thank you very much. That's right, JP.
That's a one and only segment. One and done.
Thank you very much, JP Merrick Beef. It is what's for dinner. Zach Hewitt might have just paraphrased Matt's whole thing. No marble purse.
That's a better. Thanks, Zach.
That would be a very quick definition.
No discussion of being married.
Yeah, my daughter said this morning, so it's okay.
Matt's daughter said it was funny, so that's all that really matters. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Matt, for playing along.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. We're going to do that again, and I think maybe we'll do it next time. If you are a Patreon supporter, keep an eye out on your Patreon emails for Patreon-only live stream happening next Thursday right here on Beyond the Ranch.
It only costs $1 per month to join Patreon.
Right, and it's a great way to see what's going on even more behind the scenes, and we're going to have Matt right in there in the middle of that junk too, I'm sure. So thank you very much for hanging out with us, guys. I really do appreciate it. Very big thank you to all of our moderators, Matt Fensel, Lori Habel, Zach Hewitt, William Dunn, and Bill the Tractor Man.
All your guys' answers to this.
Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. That's true. Are you an Almond Joy person, or do you like Mounds?
I like Almond Joy.
Guys,
we discussed this the other day. Where can you even buy Mounds?
At the steer store? I don't know. Somewhere. No batteries in the flashlight. Oh, this is going to just keep this going on forever. Thank you very much, guys. We really do appreciate it. We will see you next time on Beyond the Ranch. I don't know when the date is coming up, but it's the first Sunday in, first and third? Yep, in March. So we will see you guys then. Thank you very much, guys. And be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, follow us on his Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to become a Patreon, do all the things, and we'll be right here next time.